Good evening. Welcome to Caffè Lena. I am addressing all of you who are watching this concert online right now, and I'm also addressing a small, hardworking studio audience that is here in the seats at Caffè Lena, and we are delighted to have both of you with us tonight. Throughout the entire pandemic since March 14th, Caffè Lena has been streaming concerts almost every night online. And a lot of that work has gone to musicians from this area. And just a couple of months ago, we started this very special Monday night series because we can't have open mic. Monday's been our open mic for a long time. We really missed having that opportunity, so we asked the king of the downtown music scene, Mr. Rick Bolton.
Being very polite, thank you.
Yes. We asked him if he would consider putting together a weekly showcase for us so that we could really keep in touch with our Saratoga artists. And he has done the most magnificent job with that. Brought to this stage a lot of people who'd never been on this stage before. We got to hear original songs from a lot of people who normally are out there working hard playing covers. So it's a great series, and I suggested if you enjoy what's happening tonight, keep tuning in every Monday. So Rick always gets us started with a song or two of his own. And then he is going to bring up a very, very special guest tonight who is celebrating the release of a brand new record. And to have new music coming out during this challenging time is something that really warms our hearts. Would you please give a warm welcome to Rick Bolton?
Well, thank you so much, Sarah. It's such an honor to be introduced by Sarah. She has done an incredible job with the cafe over the years, and through this real hard time, she has given a stage to so many of us who long for a stage, who have been without a stage, and they have done just an incredible job here at historic Caffè Lena. So I thank you very much, Sarah, for that. I'm going to start the night, as I usually do, with a song, and I'm going to start tonight with the happiest song I know. Happy Times. Let's go drifting through the trees. Let's go sailing across the sea. Let's go dancing to a juke joint door. Leave our troubles all behind and have a party so easily forgotten. The most important thing, like a melody through the moonlight in your eyes, a song that lasts forever, keeps on getting better all the time. Life is beautiful, life is wondrous, every star above shining just for us. Life is beautiful on a stormy night. Somewhere in the world the sun is shining bright. And I get crazy, so afraid that you might leave me one fine day and I'd be nothing but a tired old man. I don't want to be without you at the party, so easily forgotten. The most important thing is that I love you, oh I do. And I want to spend my days and nights walking through this crazy world with you. 'Cause life is beautiful, life is wondrous, every star above shining just for us. Life is beautiful on a stormy night. Somewhere in the world the sun is shining bright. so easily forgotten. The most important thing is to love you. Oh, I do. And I want to spend my days and nights walking through this crazy world with you. 'Cause life is beautiful, life is wondrous. Every star above shining just for us. Life is beautiful on a stormy night. Somewhere in the world the sun is shining bright. Thank you very much. Life certainly is beautiful for many reasons. We've got a studio audience tonight, and this is a real treat. It's been 5 or 6 months of playing in front of a phone, and then some stages opened up outside this summer, but this is such a treat in Caffè Lena to have an audience tonight. And we've got an audience for a very special reason, because we've got a very special performer. And I am so psyched that he is here and agreed to do this. He's an old buddy of mine. I met about 20 years ago or so. I used to run an open mic at one of the local restaurants, and Jeff came in the very first night, I think, and he had some original songs. He played a couple of them and said, "I'll be back next week with some more original tunes. I'll be back next week with some more original tunes. I'll be back," and this was like a monthly thing, you know. And he never ceased to amaze that not only did he have tunes, but they were really good tunes, you know. I bug him to play them every now and then these days. I'm sure he's long forgotten them, but it was it was uncanny, you know, his writing ability. But anyway, we're here to celebrate the release of his 3rd CD. Yes, indeed. Hopefully he'll play some tunes from his 1st and 2nd CDs. He is an incredible songwriter, an incredible lyricist, and a dear friend. So, Mr. Jeff Brisbin.
Doing tonight. It's so nice, as Rick was saying, not to be, you know, facing, well, you can't really, the cameras are there, but you can't really see them really. They don't really come into your view, so it's really nice to play to people. No, I can't see you because of the lights. I know you're there. I feel you. So, as Rick was saying, I have a new album out, and it just went everywhere today. It's just so if I can't remember names, I've got it. Because the reason you're gonna hear this album raw, because of the COVID, you know, kind of messed things up a little bit with everybody's. Everybody's life is different than it was, and for musicians, a lot of them I know, they have underlying conditions, and they don't want to come out and be exposed, or their wives or, you know, husbands do or whatever. So it's just going to be me tonight. So there's a link on the page about this show that you can click on it and you can hear the album as it actually sounds, because some of the songs we've got are fleshed out really beautifully. I need to thank my producer, Dave Maswick. He did it again. No, I'm not paying you any more money, Dave, but he did it again, and fantastic job. And everybody that played on it, it's amazing. As I go through the songs, I'll give you a clue on who some of the musicians are. So this is off my very first record, and I like this. It's a great little opener because it moves along a little bit. There I was, all alone. Life was hopeless, hard as stone.
Then I came to a fork in the road. Did not know I was going, had no direction or clue. Then came you, yeah, then came you. Well, I was done, roll me over, stick the fork in, bury me in clover. Then I saw this light up ahead. Did not know I was headed, didn't have a map or a view. Then came you, yeah, then came you. There I was staring into space, and all I could see was your face, my pretty baby. So what's the moral to the story? Or is it simply self-explanatory? Stranger than fiction, it's just got to be true. Did not know I was going, had no direction or clue. Then came you, yeah, then came you. Well, then came you, what could I do? Yeah, then came you. What could I do? Yeah, then came you. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Real people, thank you. I so appreciate that. Next song was a pretty popular song of mine. This first album came out in 2009, and it's called Golden, and I wrote it years ago. And there's another part in it, I wonder if, and that was another song, and I couldn't really finish Golden, and I couldn't finish the other song, so I put them together. So now you got a song. And it really had a great ending on the record. It sounded like the 4th of July. It was really cool. The first album was called Uncharted Waters.
And golden fingers rub my eyes, and golden hands my chest. Golden eyes, they gaze at me as they separate me from the rest. Golden voices sing to me, and golden ears do listen. Golden arms, they stay near to me as they lock me in their prison. You know, once you fall down, it's a sad trip around, you'll see. But golden's your love, sent from above just to save a poor boy like me. I wonder if she's wondering what I'm doing. I wonder if she even ever thinks of me at all. I wonder if her floating grace enchants someone else now. Well, I wonder if she wanted me to love her. Wonder if she wanted me to love her, to love her. I wonder if she's wondering what I'm thinking. I wonder if she even thinks if I live or die at all. I wonder if her floating grace and chance someone else now. I wonder if she wanted me to love her. Wonder if she wanted me to love her, to love her. And golden steps to lead the way, and golden ropes to guide me. Golden prisms scatter the light that tries so hard to find me. Golden fingers rub my eyes, and golden hands my chest. Golden eyes, they stay near to me as they separate me from the rest. Thank you. Thank you so much. The first time I came up the stairs that are right over here, I think I was 11 years old. And I had a good friend, in school, Louis Welch, and his mom was Louise, and she was very dear friends with Lena. So every once in a while, she'd grab us, and the first couple times we came, and we loved it. We absolutely loved it. We saw a play where the kitchen is, used to be like a little stage. They used to do plays back there, Spalding Gray, And so every time I come here, it's very special. It really is. So I made this album, and Blame It on Love is written for Forrest Jenkins, who used to be on this stage many times. And Forrest is a good friend of mine, and he went to Florida to kind of get his life back together, and he really did. He really did. It was amazing. And he was going to come back up. He hadn't been here in like almost 10 years. He left. He stopped gigging. He was a guy like me with a guitar, playing the bars. And he went down there and got a real job. And I remember one of the last things he said to me was, he says, "Jeff, I got a real car now. I don't have a beater, that maybe might get through the winter, And he was doing so well. He wanted to come up and see his son, Evan, who he just loved so much. And so I get a phone, he calls me up, and he says, "Hey, if you look on Facebook, I just reviewed your album for Everly." He said, "I just posted it." I said, "Oh, great, thank you." He said, "I love it." I said, "Oh, thank you." And so he was going away that weekend to Ohio to his sister's wedding. And he says, "I'll give you a call when I get back, probably like Tuesday or something. I get back Monday night." I said, "Okay." So he was all excited because he hadn't been home in like 4 or 5 years. So it was really, he lived in Ohio. And I get a phone call on Tuesday. I figured it was him, but it was his mother, Dolly. And she said, "Jeff Brisbin. I must have heard that name 50, 60 times this weekend, and I know you and Forrest were such really dear friends." I said, "Yeah, he's a good guy, And he said, "Well, I hate to tell you this, but he went home to Florida. I got to dance with him Sunday at the wedding. It was amazing, and we had such great family time the whole weekend. And he went home to get his mail from his neighbor, and he collapsed. And he had a massive coronary. So at any rate, I immediately, as soon as I recovered a little bit, I went and looked on YouTube for some videos of him, and there was one of him playing right on this stage, and one of the lines, one of the songs he was playing was "Blame It on Love." I hit the pause on my phone, I'll never forget it, and I had my legal pad. It just happened to be on a little end table, and I wrote the song in like 10, 15 minutes. It talks about, what makes the heart fall to pieces, So, and all the struggles we all go through. So, excuse me one second. And so that's what the song is about. And the rest of the album, some are new songs, some are old songs. And Mr. Maswick and I put it together, and we have amazing players on there, I'm telling you. This is Blame It on Love. makes the heart fall to pieces? Why must we struggle so when the beating almost ceases and we recover, only stitches to show what makes your will sometimes fail you? Why must we always give in when you finally make it through? It all catches up with you again. Blame it on love, blame it on love. Is it love why we're here? Blame it on love, blame it on love. Why can't it be clear? What makes your soul feel so empty? Why must we always give up the ghost when we know it's the heart's debris? And those we love will feel it the most. Blame it on love, blame it on love. Is it love why we're here? Blame it on love, blame it on love. Why can't it be clear? Maybe we're not supposed to know the answers. Maybe we're not supposed to know the end. So we keep on asking questions to comprehend. What makes the heart fall to pieces? Why must we struggle so when the beating almost ceases and we recover, only stitches to show? Blame it on love, blame it on love. Is it love why we're here? Blame it on love, blame it on love. Why can't it be clear? Maybe we're not supposed to know the answers. Maybe we're not supposed to know the end. So we keep on asking questions to comprehend. Blame it on love, blame it on love. Is it love why we're here? Blame it on love, blame it on love. Why can't it be clear? Why can't it be clear?
It's for you, Forrest. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. He was a funny guy, you know. So this next song, there's a thing on Facebook about a mother, and sometimes it's a man or dad saying goodbye, an older mom or dad saying goodbye to their daughter at the airport. And they say to her, "I wish you enough." "Mom, what are you talking about? Dad, what are you talking about?" You know? And you'll see in the song what it's about. And this is another one. I read this thing a couple, 3 times. Somebody posted it. It's on live probably 20 times I've seen it, whatever. But I posted this, and again, there's another quick one. And those are the best ones, I think. On the record, Chuck Lamb, who plays with the Brubeck Brothers Quartet, the piano player for 20 years, he is unbelievable. And I wish he had been able to come tonight. He did just such a job on this. Dave says to him, "Why don't you play like Bruce Hornsby?" And he kind of did. I mean, it's... he really did, and it just made the song. So this goes out for all those people, all the parents who wish your children enough.
Said her goodbyes, went on her way. Still seeing the face she left behind. Tears rolled down, resignation, fragrance of a love so kind. Knowing it would be the last time she'd ever look into those eyes. Fears erupt in designation, warmth of a love so sublime. I wish you enough, she said. I wish you enough instead. Don't be sad, just smile. I'll be with you every mile. I wish you enough. Her beating heart pounds so fast, feeling the weight of those words. Years go by in accumulation, strength of her love has not passed. I wish you enough, she said. I wish you enough instead. Don't be sad, just smile. I'll be with you every mile. I wish you enough, enough sun to dry all your rain, enough joy to kill all your pain, enough love you won't be alone again. I wish you enough. Thinking through those yesterdays, feeling the place she left behind. Smiles arrive in recognition, her love so easy to find. I wish you enough, she said. I wish you enough instead. Don't be sad, just smile. I'll be with you every mile. I wish you enough. I wish you enough. I wish you enough.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You'll see that if you're on Facebook once in a while. Somebody will post that. Sorry. Next song I wrote years ago, probably 10, 12, 15 years ago. And I was just thinking one day, I think it was New Year's Day. The song is called New Year's Day. And I was thinking, why does we have to do these resolutions and everything just for this day? Why can't resolve to be better any day? So that's the spirit of the song is you can always start over, and sometimes it helps. And this is, real quick, I know I'm talking a lot, I shouldn't be, but this song we were going to toss out in the waste bin. Dave goes, I can't think of what we can do with this song. And I said, well, he says, what do you got? And I said, well, let's put a violin on it. I said, remember Hurricane, Bob Dylan? This is the story of Hurricane. And that violin drove that song. He says, all right, let me sleep on that. So I go back the next day, he goes, great idea. Let's do it Celtic style. Do you know Una Grady? I said, I do know Una. She's amazing. He says, you think she'd play on it? I says, I'm sure she would. We'll just ask her. And so we had already laid the basic rhythm track, a bass track, and we had Brian Mellick. I don't know if you're watching Brian. Brian plays with everyone. He is probably the busiest percussion person in north of New York City. He does a lot of stuff in Woodstock with all those guys down there. He's amazing. I think, Dave will correct me, but I think there's 5 or 6 drum tracks on this song. Now, obviously, Brian is not with us tonight. So you're stuck with me. And there's 6 drum tracks on it. And Una came in and put her 2 pieces down. And then, the icing on the cake, Dave goes, you know anybody that plays tin whistle? I went, of course I do. His name is Paul O'Donnell. He owns Celtic Treasures in Saratoga, 456 Broadway. Woo! Fantastic, beautiful store, sweaters, earrings. And he's been playing for, 20 years at the Parting Glass. They have like a circle, I guess they do, and they play Irish songs like, a couple times a month, Paul? Every Wednesday. So I said, believe me, this man knows how to play tin whistle. He said, fantastic. So we brought him in, and he was the icing on the cake. And check this tune out. They played this up in Burlington, Vermont the other day. It's time again for new resolutions, to find a way to make amends. It's time again to seek out solutions, celebrate beginnings from old ends. In your heart you feel revolution that breaks away from your past. Go shake the walls of your constitution. Don't move too slow while going fast. You don't need a December evening, Times Square or Auld Lang Syne. All you need is to believe that it's New Year's Day all the time. Ooh. This is the time of your choosing. Maybe you need some romance. No one wins without someone losing, and this may be your only chance. You don't need a December evening, Times Square or Auld Lang Syne. All you need is to believe that it's New Year's Day all the time. You arise every morning,
You wipe the slate clean one more time. So seize that moment without warning. Be all you can be, or it's a crime. You don't need a December evening, Times Square or Auld Lang Syne. All you need is to believe that it's New Year's date all the time. Change your life, change your heart. To change your life, you gotta start. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are so nice. Thank you. Next song is called The One For Me. These are all off the new album. And this one years ago, I don't know, 20 years ago probably, 25 years ago. My kids were little. I used to sing it to them sometimes, get them to go to sleep, amuse them, you know, the old guy. And I think this would make a great wedding song. It's kind of like an 1880s waltz almost. And on the record we have Sergei Nuremberg playing accordion, and he's been on this stage many times. And we also have Sten Isaacson playing mandolin, and Dave's playing piano. And that's it, piano, accordion, and mandolin. And it sounds like, my wife says it sounds like Palermo. Little cafe in Palermo. I don't know. Sounds pretty European, I would say. I can't see you, but anyway. Times will come, times will go. You will still be there. You'll always be the one for me to love. Years will pass, some slow, some fast. You will still be here. You'll always be the one for me to love. We'll grow, but our hearts will stay new 'cause of you. I will drive, you will steer, you will still be near. You'll always be the one for me to love. You'll always be the one for me to love, to love.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. My kids used to love that. I do want to say, too, I was a little nervous coming up here to do this at Caffè Lena. This is not just any place. Rick Bolton has been, I started playing out, as he said, like 21 years ago, at his open mic. I actually met him at a bar. They were playing. He and the fabulous Dwyer sisters were playing out together. And he just happened to come up next to me as he was getting a drink when they took a break. I said, I play a little guitar. He says, I'm starting an open mic. And that's how I met him. And he has been, he is adored in this city. He really, truly is. He is just, he's an amazing human being. He's got an amazing wife. He has an amazing life. He's one of the most talented people I know. One of the greatest entertainers you're ever going to find. And I love you, Rick. Oh, thank you. Cash this time, Rick. The check last time, just saying, or Venmo, one or the other, okay? But it's true, it really is, and I adore him, and he, as he would say, he'd go, you get done playing, he'd go, that was beautiful, Beautiful, beautiful. Whenever I write something about he and his wife, that's what I do. I spell it and give it like 3 spaces in between each letter. Rick Bolton, love him. This next song, I had a conversation with my brother, Steve Candlin, another local entertainer, and I love him so much, and we like to give each other the business sometimes, and one day we're sitting on common grounds, he goes, Briz, he says, you need to write more songs, man. You just need to write more songs. I said, Steve, I'm glad you can do that, and you have a facility for doing it, and you do it very well, but I just can't do it like that. So I go home, and this was like a 5-minute song. And I bring this to Dave in the form you're going to hear it in. He says, you're going to laugh at me. He says, I'm thinking Tom Jones, I think it was like 1988 or 89 on the David Letterman show. He had a drummer and a guitar player. I said, what? He said, really? That's it? No keys, no bass, no nothing, honey. That was it. I said, what? He said, yeah, lead guitar player, crazy lead, big drums. Boom, guy was banging them, He says, let's try that. I said, let's try it. So we did. So this is me talking to Stevie. Stevie, if you're watching, how are you? I love you, you know that. I want you to write a song for me, but not a love song, okay? Anyway. Don't own a shovel, don't own an axe, don't want to dig, just relax. Sold my hammer, sold my knife, don't want to go deep, just live my life. You can have your race if you choose, dealing for oil, win or lose. I'll write these songs, sing along for a song, yeah. Don't see me spinning, won't see me sweat. Don't wanna be desperate or regret. Can't see the future or the past. Don't wanna remember, 'cause it went too fast. You can run your race if you choose. Go for gold, win or lose. I'll write these notes, sing along for a song. Yeah, I've done it all, enough for me. No more deadlines, I am free. Yeah, don't own a shovel, don't own an axe, don't wanna dig, just relax. Sold my hammer, sold my knife, don't wanna go deep, live my life. You can run your race if you choose. Go for the gold,
win or lose, I'll write these notes, sing along for a song. Yeah, yeah. So the deal with that song is that this incredible Johnny, I hope you're watching, Johnny Saris. He's in a band called The Switch up in Lake George. And John is a guitar god. There's no other way to put it. And he just, you got to listen to that song. If you listen to nothing else on this album, listen to that song. Absolutely spectacular. He blew us away that night. And Chris Carey, another great local musician, he plays drums on that. And they mic'd the room when he played drums to get that. You can hear it's shaking almost, you know. Let me see where I got. Where did I put my little capo? Oh, right here. Right, so I wouldn't forget where it was. Anyway. This next song is a really special song, and I played it here at the cafe a couple different times. Okay, so this one is, there's a gentleman here, Joel Moss, who does unbelievable stuff here for the cafe. He does all the video production here. He is a giant in the music industry. He's won 7 Grammys. And his best friend locally was a guy by the name of Charlie Ebel, another music-minded production engineer. And they were best friends. And I would see them together in Uncommon Grounds all the time, you know, for years and years and years, before I even knew them, you know. And one point I saw Charlie was ill. I could see he was kind of going downhill, and eventually he passed away. And Joel wrote this absolutely incredible, I would almost call it an epistle. It was so beautifully written, and about his friendship. And the last line, you know, this is like a eulogy for Charlie. And the last line was, "Two kind men of sound minds." Now, I defy you. You try and write a song with that line in it. You know, that's a tough one. But that stuck with me, and I went home from the cafe, and I sat down upstairs, and I used to look out over, we had a big lawn, this other house we had, and it was, I think it was in March, and it was a wintry day, and I just looked out over that grass and the snow that was left, and this is about them in the coffee shop. Always seen together, 2 notes in a score, issues of the world settled once more, laughs over grounds, smile to smile, sharing lives lived well, always with style, friendship always in key, is so very hard to find. How blessed were we, 2 kind men of sound minds, Adagio and Allegro, yin to yang, lives in harmony, what a great hang. Friendship always in key, is so very hard to find. How blessed were we, two kind men of sound minds. Timber and tempo, the beat of life fades fast. The love didn't go, it was conducted to last. Friendship always in key, is so very hard to find. How blessed were we, two kind men of sound mind.
Thank you so much. Joel, I hope you're shedding a tear back there, brother. I remember the first time I played it here. This next one is just a song I just wrote, you know, and so we're working on the record, and Dave says, you know, this sounds like 1965, late 64, 65, the Beatles. It's got those kind of chord changes. Duh. I wonder where I learned those. You know. And this kind of rolls along pretty well. This is a really cool song. Mike LeMaestro plays drums. Oh, one thing. That last song, Joel Brown, oh my God. He played nylon classical guitar on that. 2 different guitars on that. And incredibly, over my Gorilla Paws. It's probably so far down in the mix. And his son, Andrew Brown, played cello on that. Oh my God. I mean, it's a family affair. And then Jason Brown, Starling Studios here in Saratoga, he mastered the recording too. So it was like, I said to these guys, it's like a Brown family record, and I'm just kind of on it a little bit, you know. But they're what fantastic people, musical. And Joel's dad, the boy's grandfather, he's 92, I think, or 93. He's a musician and still plays. Yeah, it's a musical family for sure. What a wonderful family they are. So thank you, Joel. Joel is all over. He plays on this song, too. On this song, because it's that Beatle-y kind of thing, they got a duplicate of George Harrison's Rickenbacker 12-string. And so you can hear that all over the song. And it's really cool how they did it. We tried to do a Hard Night's Day ending, you know, it just didn't come out right. It sounded kind of corny, so we didn't do it. But we were going to try it. Anyway, this is called It's Just Love. I don't understand. This is like 15, 16 years old. Well, I write about it all the time. Love's elusive butterfly, and I've tried to catch it in my net, never caught it, still I try. Well, I think about it all the time, sometimes in a dream. It's so hard to truly visualize, as easy as it might seem. Well, I know what it is, at least I think that I do, and I know what it's not, but I'm so confused, 'cause I felt that feeling, and I reached for a hand, sent me reeling, not on demand. Is it love? I don't know. Is it love? I don't know. It's just love I don't understand. Well, I sing about it all the time in almost every song, and I've always tried to get it right, seem to get it wrong. Well, I thought I found it long ago, 'cause it seems so real to me. I was sure I felt it deep inside, now it's ancient history.
Well, I know what it is to think that I do, and I know what it's not, but I'm so confused, 'cause I felt that feeling, and I rubbed my hand, and it was so appealing, the joy of that crush. Is it love? I don't know. Is it love? I don't know. It's just love I don't understand. You know I try. My heart says, why? Well, I know what it is to think that I do, and I know what it's not, but I'm so confused, 'cause I got that feeling, reached for a crush, and it was so appealing, the joy of that rush. Is it love? I don't know. Is it love? I don't know. It's just love I don't understand. Is it love? I don't know. Is it love? I don't know. It's just love I don't understand. It's a bit Beatley. I don't know where that comes from. Thank you so much. Next song, I wrote when I was like 14, 15 on my bed, in my bedroom. But I wrote a bridge for it. One night I was playing out, and I said, I'll play something different here. So I played this. I said, but it needs a bridge. So I wrote a bridge like 3-4 years ago. And this song sounds like on the album, and Michael Maestro played drums on the last one. I don't want to forget these guys. Michael Maestro plays drums on this one also. This has got Graham Tishy playing guitar on it from Troy. He has a big teaching academy down there, and he's in a couple of bands. Amazing guitar player. This guy was smoking, man. Wow. He was blowing us away. Dave put this into perspective. It's like a 1966 song, Question Mark and the Mysterians, like In the Midnight Hour. You can hear it. He's got a little farfisa on the top of the song, I mean, it really sounds that way. It's a fun song. That's why I wanted to put a little fun tune in here. You don't know what I like and where I wanna go, unless there's something in it for you. You don't wanna know. I said, yeah, whoa, yeah. Ain't it that way? Ain't it that way? You don't like what I do and who I need to see, unless there's something in it for you. You turn away from me. I said, yeah, oh yeah. Ain't it that way? Ain't it that way? So many times I try to please you and try to change my plans, but you won't listen. Don't you know that it's wrong to go out with another man? You don't even try to understand or even see my side, unless there's something in it for you. You're just along for the ride. I said, yeah, oh yeah. Ain't it that way? Ain't it that way? Ain't it that way? Ain't it that way? Thank you.
Thank you so much. We wanted to put a choir on that one, and I'm Blame It on Love for the background singers. And, the COVID came along, and you just couldn't do it. You couldn't. How are you going to record them with enough quality so it's going to sound good? And then where are you going to put everybody, So that went out the window. And but I'm really happy with the way it all fell together. We did a lot of stuff, like Joel and Dave were harmonizing. Joel would send him, a track from home, and Dave would meld them together, and just amazing. This next song is called "The Only Feeling Felt," and this features Joel Brown playing guitars, 2 guitars. I'm again back in the mix somewhere, maybe. And Joel also plays, because he's amazing. He plays a pedal steel on this thing, and oh my God, when they sent me this, I sent a picture of myself back to Dave. I was crying, and he immediately calls me or something. He says, "You didn't like it?" I said, "No, it was so beautiful. It made me cry." And I'm honest to God, and I am a sentimental slob, so I might cave right now, but we're going to try not to do that. So, it's just, when you hear it, it's haunting, and it just, that pedal steel makes the song something. It just takes it to another level. And then their harmonies with me was exactly the way I had pictured it in my head, when I wrote this song, the way it would sound. Only it sounded better. And it's just, you got to listen. Please, if you're watching online, click on the link. It says Jeff Brisbin Here Now. Click on that link and listen to this record, please. It's just, when you write songs, you just want somebody to listen to them. You want somebody to hear them and appreciate them. It's this turned into something so special. Once the skyline was no more than the earth against the sky, and the rain and snow would come and go, and the mountains knew no high, and the eagle would descend, thrive upon the land, and the only sound you'd hear would be water sifting sand. Time was once no more than the coming of the dawn, and there were no ticking clocks or measured hours to be drawn, and the seasons merely came with the changes rolling by, and the only change you'd notice was the hue of the sky. Love was once no more than a thought in someone's mind, and the thought was so small that it took a lot to find. And so when 2 people did find it, saw it could be done, then the only feeling felt was completely being one. Love was once no more than a thought in someone's mind, and the thought was so small that it took a lot to find. And so when 2 people did find it, saw it could be done, then the only feeling felt was completely being one. So the world was more than it was when it began. Soon it all evolved and it fit into his plan. You and I did cross and we listened to that sound, and the only feeling felt was completely being found. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Wow. Well, the last song, you've heard 9 songs off the album in a row, and the last song is a bluesy rocker, and it just doesn't sound anywhere near what it did on the record. So it's called "Not My Business," and George Fletcher absolutely kills. He sounds like B.B. King on this song, and this, and you got Tony Perino playing a B3. You got Mike LeMaestro playing drums. Dave's on bass, and the bass on this is killer. It's there's 18 people. They say it takes a village. It took 18 people in a musical village to build this record, and I can never repay everybody. Just absolutely was incredible, and the quality of their performance and the love they put into it. Danny Garcia plays on here on a couple different songs. He plays guitar. That's why I brought that thing out, so I wouldn't forget anybody. But it's amazing. It really, truly is, and I hope you give it a listen. It's on all the streaming services today. If you need a CD, Celtic Treasures, right downtown has it, and 456 Broadway. I don't know. You might know where it is. And the tin whistle player will probably have it playing. Because you know what? He killed it. It's he will have it playing. And you can grab it there. You can get it from me at my gigs. And they're starting to pick up a little bit. I got a phone call last night for 4, so that was nice. Or I can drop it off at your house. Just email me, whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll get it to you, okay? If you want a copy, this boy will get it to you. All right. So this next song was the title song off my last album. It's called Foreverly, and special song to me. I mean, thank you. Thank you. I mean, so my wife writes me a card, and in the card she says, "I will love you foreverly." I said, wow, what a word. What a sentiment. Thank you. I immediately put it in my phone, in my little ideas thing that I have. I said to myself and to her, I said, someday I'm going to write a song called Foreverly. I just know it. Well, like 2 or 3 years go by, and my best buddy, Rock, I was taking him to the doctor. He wasn't doing well. And so I take him to the doctor, and the doctor says, Rock, we need to operate. If we don't operate, I can't tell exactly what you have. And if we don't operate and we wait a month, it might be too late. So he said, let's do it. And the next day, Terry and I were going down to the Jersey Shore. Her sister has a home there. Darlene, if you're there, hello, if you're watching. And I wrote the song at Darlene's porch in Seaside Park, New Jersey, on Mark Messina, if you're watching Mark, on his acoustic that he happened to bring along. All the way down, 5-6 hours, we're talking about our own mortality, you know. We're all going. We don't want to go, but it's going to happen. So, and sorry. So I get down there, and I'm thinking about Rocky, and I'm thinking about us, and the song just poured out. What made me think of Foreverly from 2 or 3 years before, I have no idea. The song has taken on, and I played it at Rocky's wedding, and he hung the lyrics on the wall in his house, so it's special to me for that. So someone I knew of in Saratoga, Ray O'Connor, wrote an amazing book. You should get it. It's on Amazon. You could get it at Northshire locally. It's called She Called Him Raymond. It's a true story. This man retired early to tell this story. How many people do that? Obviously, he felt something very deep, and it's a beautiful story. And so I had seen Ray around town forever. You know, he was always on the Kiwanis. He was on the planning boards everywhere. He was the CEO of a local bank. And he decided he never had written anything before, you know. But the story just compelled him to retire and write the story. So he posts on Facebook one day that he's going to write a screenplay. I said, the brakes. That was the brakes, by the way. And thank you. And I said, have I got a song for you? This song I wrote fits your story like it was, like you said, hey, write me a song for this story. It really does. And now it's 2.5 years, 3 years have gone by now, and he's made real progress. His script has won Best New Script, Phoenix Film Festival. He was in the top 5 in L.A. He's been, all over. He always is entering these film festivals. And he does not have a literary agent, but this man met with Spielberg's people in Los Angeles. They don't take time with you. Who knows what's going to happen? It's very difficult to get a movie made. Right now, they're making like 2 movies. Everything's pretty much a standstill. I guess I was reading the other day, they've got one of the Marvel movies. They're making that right now. They got a lot of money. They don't care. A lot of these characters die anyway, I guess. Whoops. But anyway, he's going to get this movie made. I know he is. And I had a dream that we win the Oscars, Best Original Song and Best Screenplay. And you know what? It's going to happen. Oh, it is. It is. We are manifesting this puppy. It's going to happen. It really is. And so anyway, the song is called Foreverly, and it's Foreverly.
How long will the wind blow? As long as there's sky. How can I give you what no money can buy? How long will I love you? It's easy for me, foreverly, foreverly. How do I reach you if I'm not around? How will you find me when I can't be found? Stare at the stars, from the twinkle you'll see. Walk in the ocean, the waves will be me, foreverly, foreverly. How can I thank you for all that you've done? 'Cause I want you to be sure. How do I tell you that you were my one? That you were the cure for me? How do we ever say goodbye? I don't know how, so I won't even try. Just close your eyes, that breeze will be me. Just listen real closely, that whisper is me, foreverly, foreverly, foreverly.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mr. Jeff Brisbin, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, very important. You know, Jeff is one of the hardest working musicians. You know, not only is he one of the nicest guys to hit the music scene here and such a large part of the music scene, but one of the hardest working musicians in the area. And this pandemic has hit him, as well as a lot of other musicians, very, very hard. So it's always appreciated if you got an extra $1 or $2 in your pocket to go to the donation tip jar, the Caffè Lena tip jar. But another thing that's very appreciated too is to go buy his CDs, listen to his tunes. They are incredible, incredible songwriter, Mr. Jeff Brisbin right there. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Hey, tonight we thank, and it's so nice to see Sarah Craig, who is the heart and soul of Caffè Lena and such a major part of the music community here in Saratoga and the surrounding area. We love you, Sarah. Thank you so much. Mr. Joel Duell, who's behind the soundboard, who's done such a beautiful job. And the wizard. Nobody gets to see the wizard, Mr. Joel Moss. Oh, yes, indeed. These Monday nights are so much fun. They're so much fun, we're going to do it next Monday. We've got Mr. Rob Fleming will be here and Mr. Jim McCardle. So hopefully we'll see you all then. From here on in, have a great, great week, great weekend. Good night.
Thank you.